Good morning, everyone. Now, today's topic is liquidity ratio. We'll start with liquidity ratio, which is the first ratio under the ratio statement analysis. Let's see first the meaning of this liquidity ratio. Liquidity ratio, it is that ratio which helps the company to understand whether the current assets are available or current assets are sufficient to meet the obligation of the business. What do you understand by obligation? Obligation means whether the liabilities, the current liabilities of the company can be paid out with the help of current assets or not. In that case, current assets need to be more than the current liabilities. If the current assets are not sufficient, if it is not more than the current liabilities, then the current liabilities will not be able to pay out. The company's obligation is all the current liabilities. Current liabilities are those which you are liable to pay in the future within a period of 1 year. And current assets are those assets which are there in the company for a period of 1 year. So when we say about the liquidity ratio, the current assets of the company should be more in compared to the current liabilities, so that the company will have enough money with the in the hand to pay out any kind of obligations or any kind of dues or any kind of loans. If the company have taken, they will be able to pay it out on time in a short period of time. That is called liquidity ratio. The liquidity ratio is also termed as short-term solvency ratio. So for liquidity ratio, you must know that it is a ratio where the company should have the current assets more than the current liabilities, so the company can pay out all the loans, all the borrowings, whatever the company have taken in the future, to pay off all the liabilities. So this is known as liquidity ratio. Now liquidity ratio can be of two types, that is the current ratio and the quick ratio. Now let's see what is a current ratio first. Current ratio, now in current ratio they will be showing the relationship between the current assets and current liabilities only. Now as I have explained to you what is current assets are those assets which are available to the company for a period of 1 year, for a short period of time. And current liabilities are those liabilities which have to be paid off by the company within a year. So when we say about the current ratio will show the relationship whether the assets are available to in the company to pay the current liabilities or not within a period of 1 year or less than 1 year. Now in this current ratio, to calculate the current ratio, there is one formula which is needed, that is current assets divided by current liabilities. Any kind of ratio, whenever you find out ratios have to be between two numbers, right? So in this current ratio, we have current assets and current liabilities. So formula of current ratio is current assets and current liabilities. And it is very, very important for calculating any kind of ratios. The formulas is very important, and so you need to understand all the formulas of each ratios. So this is the formula of current ratios. And the next is how much the current assets should be available in the company to pay off this current liabilities. The ideal current ratio, that means whether the company is having current assets more than the current liabilities or not, it has to be checked. An ideal current ratio means it is good for the company to have more current assets than the current liabilities. This ratio is the standard ratio. Ideal means the standard ratio of current ratio, that is 2:1. When we say 2:1 means the current asset is 2 and current liabilities is 1. That means the current asset should always be more than the current liabilities in order to run the business smoothly in the future, so that the cash can be easily converted in a shorter period of time, and the money which are utilized in the company, they can be paid off to the as the liabilities from wherever the loans has been taken within a period of 1 year. So this ratio, this is the current idle ratio. This ratio also you should remember, that is the standard current ratio is always 2:1. But while calculating any problems, you might not get 2:1 ratio always. It can be, it will depend on the what kind of problems has been given in the question. So if in the question, after calculating the current ratio, you get some values like suppose for example, in place of 2 you get 1.8:1, let's say. Now 1.8 is still greater than 1, right? That means that ratio, whatever will be calculated using that question, will be appropriate for the business to run. Now next point is quick ratio. Now quick ratio is also known as asset test ratio. This is a different name of quick ratio. Now for this quick ratio, what is this quick ratio? Let's see. Now quick ratio or asset test ratio, it is the same as the current ratio, but in case of quick ratio, the quick assets are compared with the current liabilities. Now what is quick assets? Quick assets are those assets which are quickly converted into cash by deducting the stock and the prepaid expenses of any company. Now this quick assets, how to calculate quick assets, how to calculate quick ratio, it will be much clearer when you find out the, or when you try to solve the problems in the questions if it is given. Now for this quick ratio also, there is one formula. The formula is liquid assets. Liquid assets. What are the liquid assets? Liquid assets will be current assets. Whatever the current assets of the firm will be there. From this current assets, you have to deduct the stock and any kind of prepaid expenses if it is there in the question, divided by the current liabilities. Now, what is liquid assets? Liquid assets means the quick assets or the asset test assets. Now, these are the different names. Okay. Now, liquid assets will be what? The current assets minus stock and the prepaid expenses. And when we divide these quick assets with the current liabilities, then we get the quick ratio. Now, same way in the current assets, we are having some idle standard ratio, right? In quick ratio also we have a standard, that is 1:1. Now what is this 1:1 means? The liquid assets should be 1 and the current liability should be 1. If the standard is 1:1, then the company is appropriate. Okay, it is the standard. If the standard is met, then the company is in a position to pay out the current liabilities in the future. So these are in the previous slide. Let me go back and show you current ratio. You should not forget current ratio. Idle ratio is 2:1, and in case of quick ratio, it is 1:1. Now let's see one question for calculating the liquidity ratio. Now the question number 1, it is saying calculate the different liquidity ratios from the following particulars. So these are the particulars given. Inventory amount is given 1,50,000, cash 50,000, sundry debtors 3 lakhs, creditors 3,50,000, bills receivable 30,000 and bank overdraft 30,000. Now from this information we have to find out the liquidity ratios. Now liquidity ratios, when we say, there are two types of liquidity ratio, right? Current ratio and quick ratio. So both these ratios we have to find out using this information. Now first is, we will calculate the current ratio. So first of all, we need to put the formula of current ratio. What is the current ratio formula? It is current assets divided by current liabilities. Now in order to calculate this current assets divided by current liabilities, first of all we need to know what are the current assets available in this question. Now you can see here from this, what are the current assets there is there in the company and what are the current liabilities are there in the company. You have to find out. You should know what are the current assets and current liabilities. So after putting this formula, next step is to find out what are the current assets. Now current assets available are your sundry debtors, inventory, cash in hand and bills receivables. So these items need to be added together to find out the value. Now sundry debtors was given how much? 3 lakh rupees. Inventory is 1,50,000, cash in hand is 50,000, bills receivable is 30,000. So after putting the values, then you add it up all and then you get the total current assets. Now we got the value of current assets, right? So similarly, we will calculate current liabilities now. How to calculate current liabilities? Again, we have to find out from here which are the current liabilities. So for finding out current liabilities, what are the current liabilities? Creditors plus bank overdraft. Now creditors and bank overdraft are here. Creditors is 3,50,000 and bank overdraft is 30,000. So 3,50,000 plus 30,000 will give you 3,80,000. Now for calculating the current ratio, we need current assets and current liabilities, right? And current assets we already got here the value, that is 5,30,000, and current liabilities also we got it 3,80,000. Now if you know the value of current assets and current liabilities, now what you have to do for calculating the current ratio, you just have to divide it, right? So how to divide it? 5,30,000, that is current assets, divided by current liabilities, that is 3,80,000. Now when you calculate this, you will get the value as 1.3:1. Now 1.3:1, whether it is ideal for the company or not, you have to know it. Now how you will know? The ideal capacity, the ideal standard was what? In current ratio, it was 2:1, right? And in this case, we are getting 1.3:1. But still, this ratio is good enough because this 1.3 belongs to what? 1.3 is belonging to current asset. That means current asset is still more than the current liabilities. So we can say that for this company, whatever company is there, the current ratio is good enough for the company. That means they are able to pay the current assets. They are able to pay the current liabilities with the help of these current assets. Current assets should always be more than the current liabilities. So this is the first ratio, that is current ratio we have done under liquidity ratio. Now next, under liquidity ratio, there is another ratio that is called quick ratio. Now how to calculate this quick ratio? Formula you have to put up first. Quick ratio is equal to quick assets divided by current liabilities. We can write here quick assets also, or else we can write liquid assets also, or else we can write acid test assets also. So these are the different names. Whatever names you use, it means the same thing, that is the quick assets. You can say quick asset, liquid assets, acid test assets, anything you can call it, okay? So quick assets divided by the current liabilities. Now for this quick assets, we should know what are the quick assets from here. How to calculate quick assets? Quick assets is equal to current assets minus the inventories and minus prepaid expenses if it is there. Prepaid expenses in this question we don't have, right? We have only inventories. Now what is inventories? Inventories are all the stocks, different name of stock, right? So in this case, there is current assets and inventories. Now how to calculate this? 5,30,000 minus 1,50,000. Now how do we get this 5,30,000? In the when we are calculating the current ratio, we already calculated the current assets, right? That is 5,30,000. So from that 5,30,000, you just minus the inventory, that is 1,50,000. Then you will get the value as 3,80,000. So after this, current assets minus inventories, that is quick assets, we already got. Now quick assets we already got is as 3,80,000. Now current liabilities, how to calculate? Current liabilities also we have already calculated in the previous question, that is the while calculating current ratio, that was 3,80,000, right? So in this quick ratio, we put up the values now. Quick assets, how much we got? 3,80,000, and current liabilities, when we calculated the current ratio, how much it was? It was also 3,80,000. So when you divide this, you will get 1:1. Now we have to see whether this is matching with the standard or not. So standard quick ratio was 1:1, right? So in this case also we are getting 1:1. That means this is very much appropriate for the company to run the business. That means the quick assets are exactly same as the current liabilities. So if we get this type of values, then we are having more assets, more quick assets to pay off the liabilities of the company, or any kind of loans, any kind of borrowings if they have, the company can pay off easily. Now suppose in this case, if the value instead of 1 is to 1, we get the value as instead of 1 here we get 0.3 is to 1. In that case what will happen? This is not matching, right? That means 0.3 is less than 1. So in that case, the quick assets, the assets which the company should have in the company, is not sufficient to pay the money. Now you can understand it in this way, that suppose you have taken a loan from a bank of rupees 30,000. Let's say you have taken a loan from the bank of 30,000. Now if you don't have money to pay off that loan, you will not be paying that money, right? So if you have to pay that money 30,000, which loan, the loan which you have taken, you need to have something in your hand, right? So suppose if you're having in your hand as 40,000 rupees you have in your hand, and then it will be possible for you to pay off the loan of 30,000 rupees, right? But if you don't have money, let's say you have 20,000 rupees and the loan amount is 30,000 rupees, will you be able to pay it? You will not be able to pay it, right? So same way in the company also, if the quick assets are not sufficient, then you are not able to pay off the current liabilities, okay, whatever liabilities you have. So for that reason only, the quick assets should be more compared to the current liabilities, and if it is equal also, then also it can be paid off, right? So if it is the quick assets, it's more, then it is better, and if it is not, then it is not good for the company. But in quick ratio, it should not be more than the current liabilities, it should be equal to the current liabilities. But in the case of current ratio, in case of this current ratio, what happens? Current ratio, the current assets should be more than current liabilities. Always it have to be always more than the current liabilities. If there is less current assets then compared to the current liabilities, then the company cannot pay off the liabilities. Okay, so this is the question. One question I have given, and the next question, let's see. Now on question number 2. Now in this question they are saying calculate quick ratio from the given below. From the given details. Current liability is given, current assets are given, stock is given, advance tax is given, and prepaid expenses is given. Now how to solve this question? In the question they have said only the quick ratio. So you should not calculate the current ratio for that. If in the question it is saying liquidity ratio, then only you have to calculate current ratio plus the quick ratio. But in this question, they have specifically mentioned that you have to calculate only the quick ratio. So we will solve only the quick ratio. So how to calculate the quick ratio? Let's see. Now again, first of all, always put up the formula of the ratio. What is the ratio? Formula: quick ratio is equal to quick assets divided by current liabilities. Now what are the quick assets? Quick assets are all the current assets minus the stock minus the prepaid expenses. Now in this question we have to see whether there is any prepaid expenses or not. Yes, we have prepaid expenses of 10,000 rupees, right? So what we can do, how we are calculating this, all the current assets. What are the current assets? Current assets is directly given in the equation 85,000. So we put up 85,000 minus stock and prepaid expenses. Stock we have 20,000 rupees, prepaid expenses we have 10,000 rupees, and advance tax. Advance tax also means you have paid in advance, right? That is also a prepaid. So this advance tax also will be taken as prepaid tax, right? So we add all the amounts, that is the stock, the advance tax, and the prepaid expenses, and then minus it with the current assets. Current assets is given 85,000. So after calculating, you get the value as 50,000 rupees. Now from this 50,000 rupees, what is this 50,000 rupees? This is the quick assets. Now if we got the quick assets, we have to calculate current liabilities. But do we need to calculate current liabilities in this question? No, because current liabilities already given in the question, right? So we just put up the value of current liabilities. Now, one more thing in current liabilities, if there is any kind of bank overdraft or cash credit, then from the liabilities, you just have to minus those items if it is available in the question. In this question, nothing is mentioned, right? Directly 65,000 is given, so we put up as 65,000. There is no bank overdraft, there is no cash credit. Only the current liabilities are given, so we put up 65,000. Now we got the value of quick assets plus the current liabilities also we got. Now we will put these values in this ratio. Now quick ratio is 50,000, that is the quick assets divided by current liabilities, that is 65,000. When you calculate this, you are getting 0.77 is to 1. Now 0.77 is to 1 you are getting, that means your quick assets are not more than the current liabilities. That means this ratio of the company is not appropriate for the company. Why? Because the quick assets, they don't have enough money in their hand to pay the current liabilities. Okay, so this is what is happening in this question. So you have to be very careful when we are calculating. We have to check it. The result will always have to be checked with the ideal, that is the standard ratio, whether it is good for the company or whether it is not good for the company. Sometimes comment also have to be made for this kind of questions. Okay, so 2 questions we have already solved, and in the next one I have given a question for your practice. So here the question is given below is the balance sheet of ABC company. Analyze the balance sheet and calculate the current ratio. Now they are saying only the current ratio. They have not said about liquidity ratio. So you need not calculate the quick ratio. You have to calculate only the current ratio. Now from here, from this table, that is the balance sheet, liabilities are given, assets are given. So you have to find out what are the current assets and what are the current liabilities. After finding out the current assets and current liabilities, you need to calculate the current ratio. So this will be a practice question for you, and hope you all do it. And if you have liked the video, please like the video, and thank you.